Hello and welcome back to episode 2. I'm your host SebCentury, and today we'll be going through the supply runs in Arma Reforger. So the first thing that you'll want to do is select a vehicle, or if you find a vehicle within base that's already been spawned, you can use that. Now, when you do a supply run, or if you plan to do a couple, what I would recommend is using one of the larger vehicles here. So if you go to a large vehicle depot and select one of these transport vehicles. And the reason why we use these is because you can put a lot more cargo in them. The importance of being a supply runner is there's a high importance of it, because if you are one of the few that do supply runs, or if you like to do them, you are doing it for your base. You're doing it for your team. You're making sure that people can request for vehicles, and so there's always got to be someone who needs to keep on top of these things. So they're really important for any resource that you take in the base. So once you get your truck, you want to open your map. Now we are still in a game master session, so I have manually placed the supply depots on the map. Now they can't be seen, but I will, for the purpose of this video, is put a icon where I have placed them. When you spawn into a session, you will find these like little green icons, which are the supply runs that you need to go to. Just to mention as well that they will be guarded by AI, and there's not a lot of AI that protect them, but you will encounter AI when you go for these runs at a new game. So I have put them at the sandbank here. I'm going to do some navigation, so I'm going to put our drawing, our line of reference there. We're going to put our protractor here, and we don't really need our compass because we've got north, east, south, and west already displayed. So we need to go at between 300 and 305. However, I won't be using the navigation on here because I'm going to memorize this road. So we need to go on this dirt path all the way down here. We can take two right turns back down to the main road, follow this into the town, up and around, down here, take the first right exit of this dirt path, and then we're there. So make sure that you've got plenty of fuel, which is down here in this corner. If you have, great. If not, you've got your fuel depot right here to fuel up. So we're pretty good on that. So we're just going to go straight there, and I will cut for when I am approaching the supply room or the supply area. So now we are approaching our supply depot, and in this example I've placed 3 variants of the supply depots. So when we arrive, we can identify what we're looking out for when you are in an actual session. They will be protected by enemies, AI, or the enemy team. So just have your loadout ready on approach. So here are the containers. This is what they look like, and you can identify them by finding there's some signs here, and we need to get a little bit closer to them. This should be close enough. Okay. You can go to the back of these, and you should be able to scroll down and see load and unload. However, I don't know if it's the Game Master session that's not allowing for this, but it will be under getting as passenger. Now, as well, you don't want people in the back as backup when you're doing a supply run, because they're not going to be able to get back in. So make sure that if you are getting back up, it's only at the front and not at the back. So I believe if you go up to this sign here, you can also just drag them in. And this vehicle will be loaded up to 600 supplies. A Humvee, I think, is 300, so not that much. So if you are going to do these, use the trucks. They're way more efficient. So we'll do a jump cut back to the base, and then we'll just show you how to unload the cargo. Okay, so now we are approaching base again. So you can, when you drive back into the base, it will only unload if you're close to the supply drop-offs. And now there's many of them, so you'll have like one for weapons, one for vehicle. So when you look at, when we went to the vehicle depot, that will have its own supply drop-off point, as well as like your weapons and so on. So what we'll do is we'll drive to the heavy vehicle depot, and there should be like a small green tent. So we go around the helipad. Let's say to this section here. You can actually see supply storage. Well, let's see if we can. So we can't unload at the back. I believe that's a Game Master session issue. But if we open here, it shows you our vehicle supplies, and we can open. Sorry. So once you open up, you can see your vehicle supply storage here, and it's out of 0 out of 1200. If we click and drag place, so and that's gone in. Okay, now when you do that, you can actually see that that green tent is not full, but it's filled up. If you are a console player, just and you are in an actual session, you will be able to just hover over at the back, and it will say unload, and then you would hold, I believe, X or triangle or whatever it is that you've, whatever the button is to unload, and it will just unload there. So that is the basics of unloading and loading. Like I say, there are different supply drop-offs. So if you see down here where the weapons are, you can drop them off here, and it will appear under these containers. Okay, so that is the basics of doing supply runs. I hope this has helped. If you do like what you see on this channel and you like the content, please subscribe, like, share, and I will see you on the next one.